नहमदहु व नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि जअलनी मुकीमस सलाति व मिन ज़ुर्रियति रब्बना व तक़ब्बल दुआ रब्बना इग़फ़िरली व लिवालिदैया व लिल मुमिनीन यौमा यक़ूमुल हिसाब सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली. Today I want to share with you the story of Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. Prophet Abraham, who is also called the foundation for all religions today that exist in majority. Prophet Abraham, his father, or some statements say his uncle, was Azar. He was a guy who used to manufacture idols and sell idols to the society. They used to live in Iraq, today's Iraq. They used to live, and Azar used to design the sculptures, design the idols, and then they used to put it in a temple kind of a thing, and all the people of the society used to prostrate in front of those idols. Prophet Abraham, it is mentioned in the Holy Quran multiple places, and he has also a Surah Ibrahim also on his name, and the prayer that is read in the beginning, it is important part of Islamic prayer. Like 5 times a day when you offer any prayer, the last part of the prayer you have to read this dua, Rabbi jalni muqimas salati wa min zurriyati Rabbana wa taqabbal dua Rabbana ighfirli wa liwalidayya wa lil mu'minin yawma yaqumul hisab. So Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, was so nice and so courteous and so humble, that he used to pray for even non-believers that, oh my Lord, please forgive the non-believers also, because they don't know the reality that Allah, you exist, and Allah, there is nobody worthy of worship than you, and they share you with other man-made or their own handmade gods, So the story it says Prophet Abraham, when he was young, he used to say that these people, they worship the sculptures or idols. They can't even move a mosquito or remove dust from here. They cannot even listen anything. So how will they help any of the worshippers? If the sculpture or idol cannot move by their own will, how can they listen anything? How can they listen to their prayers? How can they do or help anything across them? So the people are worshipping them and asking prayers from the idols, but idols itself is dependent on people. It cannot move nothing, because idol is an idol. It's an idol made of a clay or some plaster of Paris kind of a thing. So then he said, I think my Lord is this star. The star, when he was in the night, he was watching the star. He said, the star looks so shiny and so attractive. I think my Lord is a star. When in the morning the star, vanished, he said, no, this cannot be my God, because this is vanished and God cannot vanish. Then the next night he was sitting, he saw moon. He said, this looks bigger and brighter, and I think looks close. I think this is my God. So he called moon his God. Then in the morning happens, moon also vanishes. Then he said, the moon cannot be my God also, because it also vanished. In the morning when he saw sun, he said, this sun it is bigger, it is more brighter, more powerful, it makes everything bright. I think the sun is my God. So when in the night the sun sets, he saw that your sun also vanishes, So then he said, my God cannot be the one who vanishes. So then he prayed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh my Lord, guide me towards the right path. If you will not guide me, I will be among the disbelievers. I will not be. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed on him through an angel his revelations and taught him the real religion. And then he started following Islam and he started following the straight path. So all the people, in his society, the town he used to live in Iraq, they had some celebration like Christmas or Easter. All of them were visiting that particular place in that town where they used to all go together and celebrate. So his father asked him, Abraham, are you coming? He said, no father, I am sick, I can't come. So he knew what he gonna do when they all will go. When all the people left the town and they went to celebrate their Christmas or their Easter, whatever event they used to celebrate that time, he went in their temple and destroyed all the idols. He destroyed all the idols other than the one big idol that was sitting there also. And he put the hammer in the neck of that big idol. And he destroyed all the little idols and left the hammer with the big idol. When people came back from the celebration, they said, let's prostrate in front of our gods as he has given us this celebration. When they went inside, they saw all the idols are broken. So they asked, who did this to our gods? Who is doing this to our goddesses? They said there was a boy named Abraham. He was talking that he don't believe in them. So look like he did it. So they called Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. And they said, did you do this with our gods? He said, no. You should ask the big God that is in the temple. Ask him. And the weapon of destruction is also next to him. So you should ask the big idol. I think he destroyed all the little ones. So they all were very ashamed to listen to this, because they all knew that if they cannot ask him, because it is just an idol, and the idol cannot move, idol cannot do anything. So they said, how the big idol will do anything? It cannot move from its own place. So then Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, asked his nation that if he cannot move from his own place, he cannot do anything, why you prostrate in front of him? Why you pray from him for all the needs in life? If he cannot help himself, how he gonna help you? So you guys are following the wrong religion. So please believe in one God, and please believe the commandments which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you. So they all got very ashamed, but at the same time they were very upset and very angry with Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. So they all said that we should burn Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, in fire and take the revenge for our gods and help our gods, because otherwise our gods will be so helpless that Prophet Abraham has destroyed them and we are not doing anything for our gods. So they decided to help their gods by burning Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, in a big fire. So when they decided to throw Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, in the fire, Prophet Abraham himself jumped in the fire, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered fire to become safe and secure for Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. Fire never burned Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, and he was so pleased to see that. And also the people who were watching him from far away, that he will be burned and we will hear his noise and all the bad things they thought about him. Nothing happened to him. Fire did not even touch Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. And then when they took him out, all they did, they just told him to leave our country. So Prophet Abraham then migrated from there to Syria, or you can say Palestine, today's time, and then when he's settled in a town was called Canaan, and when he was settled there with his wife, Lady Sarah, and I think his nephew, Prophet Lot, peace be upon him, was also along with them. So those were the only 3 people who believed on him and who believed on the true God. And they left Iraq and they moved to Syria and the suburbs of Syria, you know. So then he started his life, you know, and then while they were coming to Syria, in the middle, they were stopped in Egypt by the Pharaoh of Egypt of that time, the king of Egypt that time, you know. And the king of Egypt was so cruel to people that he used to take their ladies away, and he used to commit adultery with them, you know, because he was after the girls. And Lady Sarah was so beautiful and so attractive that Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, knew that and the king will not spare her. So when he was taking them through the checkpost, so they asked, you know, who's this? So he mentioned, like, you know, to secure or to make Lady Sarah safe from the king's soldiers, that she is my sister, you know. And he was talking that in relation to that, you know, all of us are children of Prophet Adam and Eve. So we all are brother and sister in actuality. So then the soldiers caught her and they took both of them to the palace. And the king tried to commit adultery with Lady Sarah. And Lady Sarah, you know, was protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Angel Gabriel. And they showed that scene to Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. As soon as the king tried to approach Lady Sarah, his hand was paralyzed, you know. Then the king was so shocked because it never happened to him before. He was trying to move, he couldn't move. Then he requested Lady Sarah that, okay, please forgive me, I will not do this again, and please forgive me, and you may pray for me from your Lord, and so I will not touch you again, and I'll let you go. And he promised that, you know, if she will make prayer from Lord Allah for him, he will let her go. So as soon as Lady Sarah prayed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Pharaoh normal again. As soon as he became normal, he tried to approach her again. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala paralyzed his whole body, you know. And Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, was watching this, and the Lady Sarah was seeing. So then the Pharaoh was so shocked and amazed because it never happened to him before. He begged again to Lady Sarah that please request to your Lord, you know, that he forgives me and I will not do this again. And this time he really mean it. So Lady Sarah prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala healed the Pharaoh again. And now Pharaoh was so shocked, and he asked, like, you know, are you a noble lady of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are so powerful, or Lord Allah is trying to protect you from all the evils? She said, no, I am not that noble, but my husband is a slave of Almighty Allah. So due to that, like, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a lot of blessings on us. So then the Pharaoh of Egypt gave her one of, like, you know, a slave lady, you know, they call it kanis in some languages, or, you know, so the slave lady named Hajar, as it's mentioned in Holy Quran, or Hajra, was given as a servant to Lady Sarah and Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. And King, you know, the Pharaoh of Egypt let them go to their destination, Syria.